comes Marks. Leaf falling pin there. Changes the configuration of wood. You saw? That's a pretty tough looking leaf down there. She's got to put the wood in play on the right or left hand side. I assume she'll go to the left hand side, which she does, and makes a real good effort. Now. Finally, it's a 10 for Bonnie Logan, and that'll bring up Giselle McDonnell.
Still looking for her first skin of the day.
Yes, she is.
10 under. She's pinned fairly well, with the exception of that second frame where she got a 6.
Yes. Oh, there's the big
strike.
hit. Well, Giselle McDonnell comes up big in the 7th frame with the strike. Well, maybe that'll be the one. Look at the great form. Both hands up. Bang. Solid hit. And it's a strike.
Well, she may look cool up there to you, but I know for a fact that Giselle McDonnell is very nervous. I was talking to somebody during the break and said she was shaking.
Yep. Now this is, ooh. This should be okay. Just trying to determine whether the piece of wood is catching this pin here, but I think it is. If she can lay the ball inside here, she should get the spare on the strike. There's the shot. Oh, it wasn't. It has been that kind of a day. But anyway, that's 9 on the strike for Giselle. And she may be in a position to pick up her first pin. She gets the 10 there. That's a pretty good exchange in 7 and 8. And now we're looking at Joan Robinson. Joan must strike here to block Giselle in the 7th and taking the $25 skin. See what happens. Just off to the right-hand side. So all 4 boulders have made some money now with Giselle McDonnell getting 25 there. That was a good effort on the object pin. That's a 2-4 in the 7 there. And she gets the 7. So an 8 for Joan Robinson. With that strike and 9 on it, of course, McDonnell into the lead. Bonnie Logan's in 2nd place, currently 1 pin ahead of Joan Robinson. Assuming a 10 here. We already have a couple of 10s from Logan and McDonnell. So if Joan Robinson doesn't spare right here, we'll have a carryover. Good looking shot. Well, so the 9th frame will be worth $50. For Joan, she gets one of the 2, gets to 9, goes to 69. The action is picked up a little bit, Paul, with McDonnell's strike, and that kind of brought the crowd to life, and she almost got the spare on the strike, came within an eyelash, but didn't pick up 9, so all of a sudden she went from about 3rd and jumped right into 1st place, as you can see on the board. Giselle now at 79, in 2nd place at 71, Bonnie Logan. Then Joan Robinson at 69 and Barb Canine at 66. But the action, you can feel it in the crowd a little bit. You can feel the momentum starting to pick up. Good spread on the cash, too.
Everybody's got some money now. Barb, Bonnie at 50, Joan at 50 as well. Giselle McDonnell picks up her first skin in the 7th frame. And interestingly enough, we get our first carryover of the day, with the 9th frame being worth $50. We have seen in the previous quarterfinal matches, of course, carryovers much earlier on than that. So maybe that's another indication of what kind of a match we're having. And maybe it'll pick up a little bit as we head down the stretch.
Absolutely guaranteed it will.
Final 2 frames to come in this first string. We'll be back with those in just a moment.
How much would you pay for a McDonald's hamburger? 209.
99. 2.99. $1.59.
McDonald's announces a big change.
Well, Barb, she's a real good bowler, and this is her home park. And she's in her backyard with bowlers coming from all over the Maritimes. She only lives about 5 miles from the bowling center here, so she has a lot of support here. And there's a great effort by Barb Kineen.
The audience picking it up a little bit here today.
Yeah.
I think Sparky Sloan-White walked in.
Uh-oh.
That's got everybody. He's the great instigator.
Oh, I'll tell you what. We're in for a hoot from here on in. Oh, boy. So Barb goes to 76 after 9. And it's bowling here in the 10th. Now, she'd love to mark going out, set herself up off to the side. Now, Barb doesn't appear to be pushing the ball. She doesn't appear to be trying too hard. It's just not going where she wants it to go. She put a little extra in that one, maybe. That was the voice of Sparky. She's here, all right. And she comes up with the 9 there. So Barb Kineen will open with an 85. And that'll bring up Bonnie Logan. There you see her numbers. She's 9 under par at 71. Bonnie looking for her first mark. $50 frame here in the 9th. Barb Kineen has put up a 10. This is not a bad chance at all for Bonnie Logan here. She's left the 4, at least the 2, the 7, and the 8. Good wood. Oh, my. Boy, the ball just missed the 7, and the wood come over and moved it well off the spot. Little smile on Bonnie's face. There it is. Little smile of pain there. Like, oh, what do I have to do to get a mark? But she does get the 10, and that ties the 10 picked up in the 9th by Bonnie Logan, with, of course, McDonnell and Robinson yet to bowl in the 9th. But this is the 10th frame right now for Bonnie Logan. She's got an 8-pin drop there, the 1, the 2. Now, this really should not be a problem on any normal day. Bonnie Logan picks up the spare. It's the simple 1-2, but when things aren't going so hot, these shots are a lot tougher, but she made this one real well. Bang, bang. So, Bonnie Logan now goes to 91. She gets 9 on this. She can come out of this with 100. She's pinned pretty good, except in the 2nd frame when she had a 5 box.
Takes 4 there.
Yep. 95 for Bonnie Logan. So that'll bring up Giselle McDonnell. Now, she bowled very strong in 7 and 8 with a strike in the 7th and just missed the spare in the 8th. Off the side, 4 horsemen. And the 9. Oh, you see it? Well, you have to be pretty flush on this drive. The 1 right back. Get the ball in here. Take here, take here, and take here.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy with the pencil. So she's left 1 pin. And she picks up the single pin.
So all 3 of our first bowlers with 10s in the 9th frame. Giselle goes to the 10th.
9th frame is worth $50. To block here, she needs to get a spare.
She sliced across there, caught the 5, and it's shaking still. This isn't too bad.
Well, what she wants is a strike ball right in the 1-2 pocket. Put that piece of wood on the move.
Oh. Too full on the pin.
Yeah.
Kicked it over before it could hit the 2.
Piece of wood coming rolling back there, too. Again, from our angle, I think she's going to have to catch a bit of that nose to the wood. Maybe not. Might be able to split the 2-4 here. Let's get over on the wood, and it's an 8 box. For Giselle McDonnell. So she'll finish with a 97. And that'll bring up Joan Robinson to try and win some cash here.
Spare or a strike is worth $50.
Yeah. Anything less, we have a carryover. It'll be the diamond shot for $50. Joan Robinson already has 50 in the bank, so she can double her earnings here.
It will be a carryover.
Yep. 10th frame.
10th frame will be worth $75, as you were just going to say.
Bonnie Logan has a spare up in the 10th. Oh, just picked a single pin out of the 3, so it'll be an 8 for Joan Robinson. Now Joan has to spare here to block Bonnie Logan. A strike is worth $75 for Joan. A spare would force a carryover and a $100 first frame, second string. Well, she'll have a chance. Uh-oh.
4 horsemen.
Yep. She's going to have a full shot at it. She can't play it on the outside. She has to split the one unless she comes off the wood. She does. Oh, great effort. But Bonnie Logan.
$75 for Bonnie.
Big one for Bonnie there. And she made it by a single pin. And that's the pin, or at least Joan is looking at the pin. So the carryover. Tough piece of wood there. So count 9 for Joan Robinson. The first string is now complete. The bowler's score is not high, but the match itself is pretty tight.
And we'll be back with the second string in just a moment. This sure gets on my nerves.
Hey, I heard you all over Sackville.
Yeah, well, geez, I thought I had some special powers there for a second. Fortunately, before I could get my hand on my wallet, the voice had gone.
Barb Canine, open with an 85. Now, you know she wants to pick up that pace. Did make some money, though, $50 in the first string. Looking at the 4 horsemen, plus the 10. Oh, great effort. Shots like that, they don't put marks on the board, but they do help your confidence. And she gets her 10. So Barb Canine opens with the 10. Goes to the other side. Off to the left-hand side. Really struggling to get on the front pin. And that's been her problem here today. Up to the other side. Looking for 10, and it will be 9, but a good run at 10 there. It's a Barb Canine with a 10 and a 9. Not bad to open in 1 and 2. And she gives way to Bonnie Logan. Bonnie Logan fought back with a spare in the 10th frame and ended with a 95. 2 pins behind our leader, Giselle McDonnell. Oh, off the side. Leaves
those 4 horsemen.
4 horsemen. I just got a shot of the crowd there in Sparky. Right on the end, Helen Sloan-White. Chances are, if they're throwing bowling balls, you'll see her somewhere. Either throwing them or telling somebody else how to do it. 9 for Bonnie Logan to open. So Barb Canine's 10 stands up through the first 2 frames. Bonnie on the other side now. Oh, there's a good hit. Might get more. Might not. Now she's got a good shot, but the wood is coming back and turning. Now that shouldn't hurt it either. She should be all right. Gets over near the channel. Has to play the wood way over here. Should be okay. Got it. So Bonnie Logan finished off her first string with a spare and picks up one here in the second frame of the second string. And Giselle McDonnell is up now. She is our leader. That will change, though, unless she marks in one or two that Bonnie Logan has
Oh.
spare.
Good setup here.
Yep.
Oh, this is just fine.
Has to be a little bit careful if she doesn't get in on the side of the wood and drive everything through here and leave all this. Because the ball is going to carry him off and possibly go off the kickback. So she might want to try to get up high and turn that back in. Here's the shot. She gets up high. Oh. That really wasn't as easy as it looked.
You're right. I assume too much about that.
Well, that, at first glance, I was like you. I thought this is going to be good. And then on second glance, I said, maybe it's not so good. And the third glance was the one that convinced me this is a little tougher than we thought.
The wizened old eyes.
That was one of those third glance shots.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good 1-3 pocket hit. Leaves the 8-pin.
And it makes you think now if she had been able to get that spare, she would have had a good count of 9 on it. Not that she blew the spare shot by any stretch of the imagination. Just the wood kind of did her in. And even here, this is not the greatest. Because that she had a
She
piece
wants
of
the
wood.
ball just to come through those two pieces of wood.
There was the problem too. Another angle piece of wood, one going one way, one going the other. Ever so slight was the angle, but it was right at the front of the plate, and the pin was at the back. So if you take a slight angle and take it all the way to the back, you miss the pin.
Correct you are.
That time she had a good shot at it, but maybe a little discouraged, leaves it and takes 9. Joan Robinson up now. We've got 10s by Barb Kineen, or at least a 10 by Barb Kineen, and that's the one to beat. So a spare here or a strike is worth $25. More importantly, Joan would like to pick it up on the scoreboard. This is the final week in the second round. From here we go to the semifinals. And we'll double the price per frame to $50.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. This is not too bad here for at least a 9. Oh, she went the other way through the hole.
$25 for Barb Kineen.
Yep. Barb isn't posting the big scores, but she's making some money. Here in the second frame, Bonnie Logan has a spare up on the board. That one has a check for $25 posted on it, unless... Yes! No! Joan Robinson comes up with the strike. So, that check for $25 with Bonnie Logan's name on it has been erased now and has been changed to Joan Robinson. That was an excellent shot. Going to help her in the money category and certainly going to help her on the scoreboard. Barb Kineen up now. That's a good hit. Well, now. Listen to the crowd urging her on. Piece of wood rolling toward the front of the plate. Now, that piece of wood, well, that just might have fouled up a good thing. Bad angle on the wood. Has to get up really high. Down really low. Yes, she was trying to get the ball to come off the end of it. Thought if she get up so high, she might be able to turn it back in. That's a really tough break for Barb Kineen. She will settle for the 9. And Barb with a good hit and a 9-pin break, and the wood played tough. It's a good hit. Again, wood turning around this time. Well,
No.
well, I think she's going to be all right. Looks like the other one might kind of foul up the shot, but she's got a good one here. Just lay it in here. Guaranteed to go. There it is. I don't know what everybody was so concerned about. I said it was guaranteed, and it went. Boy, let's go back and take another look at this one. Even the guaranteed shots are playing tough. Well, she got up pretty high. I guess that was the problem. Barb's happy. Going to take that. Bang. This is Bonnie Logan. Now she's open on a spare. The action picking up a little bit here. Off the side, count 5 for Bonnie on that mark. Nice to see Barb pick up the spare. Gets her first mark. This is not so bad here with the wood in behind for Bonnie Logan. If she can get it over. Uh-oh. Missed the front end. Single pin for 10. Got it. So Bonnie Logan goes to 34 after 3. And now bowls in the 4th. It is the 4th here that Barb Kneen owns a spare. It'll be tough for Bonnie to spare this one up. Got to wonder about Joan Robinson waiting in the wings. She's got a strike in the 2nd. She could be starting her rush. 1 there for Bonnie Logan. And 1 more. So that's a 9 for Bonnie Logan in the 4th. That'll bring up Giselle McDonnell. Couple of 9s for Giselle to open this string. Left 3, but they're all together. And a little wood there just as a backer. Oh! To be in that front one. Cleans the plate, though, and gets her 10. And again, she's left the 2, 4, and the 7, but this time they're joined by the 10. That's going to make it a lot tougher.
Oh, she got the 10. That wasn't the problem. Wood coming back here.
Boy, she just missed the one out in front by a hair, too.
Oh.
It's a pretty good looking effort.
Ooh. She's going to try and chip that over on the 7. That's an 8. Which is almost an all.
Scores are not real high, but I'll tell you, it's a pretty close match. Joan Robinson up right now, and she's open on a spare.
On the strike.
On the strike. Is right.
And 10 to beat for $25 here.
Well, she really wants to sink this one deep. It is. I count 7 on it. Joan really is digging a little bit of a hole for herself.
Third box will be a carryover.
And that's the 9 there for Joan Robinson.
And this 4th frame is worth $50. Spare to beat. Barb Pinning has the mark on the board. A 9 for Logan, 8 for McDonnell. So they're out of it.
So, a $50 strike.
That's correct. Spare will force the carryover.
Well, she looks good on the right-hand side. You can see it, the wood, here and here, but she has to get something over here, either the ball from the side to go over this way, or get the pin to go. No, it had to be on the front end. Barb Kneen is $50 richer. Takes her to $125, which is not bad at all for a bowler who is currently in 3rd spot. Good look at the approach steps of Joan Robinson. Joan cleans the plate and gets her 10. So we've got Bonnie Logan unofficially leading the way. I'm going to put her in at 138, and she is our leader. The other 3 chasing her, and it's getting interesting.
And we'll be back with more of the 2nd string in just a moment.
Well, this would be her chance, and it's a good hit with a 9-pin break. I was just going to say this would be the time for Barb Kneen to make her move, put a smile on her face there, and a great chance to spare. So she gets 9 in the mark, and all of a sudden she is very much back in the hunt. again. Well, this match is so close that a mark with 9 on it all of a sudden changes everything. So Barb Canine comes out of last place and all of a sudden has picked up 9 bonus pins. And throws here and hits well again. She has 6 more, so there's a change of 15 pins right there. And that puts her into her first place tie with Bonnie Logan. So she threw 4 balls and went from last to a tie to for first. It's a tough spare here, though. And she almost got it.
Can never count Barb Canine out.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a bowler go from last to first on the strength of 4 balls.
Boyd caught the sidekick there. Skittered around the 10. That's a good-looking 9 box for Barb Canine, and she is making her move, which brings up Bonnie Logan.
Yep.
Bonnie with a 9, then a mark with 5 on it, a 10, and a 9. This string so far.
Bonnie really has pinned very, very well, and that's something that's sort of been overshadowed by some of the other things we've been seeing today. But Bonnie had a 9 box to open and then a 5 in her second frame. But since then, it's been all 9s and 10s with a couple of spares thrown in. Her problem is she only picked up 4 and 5 on the spares. But that's not bad, really. And she really has a chance to pick up 10 here.
2, 4, and the 10 in the corner. That piece of wood. I don't know how she can get that over to the 10.
Well, she
the
gets
ball,
on
that'll go.
Get it over that way, but she had to get a little bit of the front pin. But it is, again, another 9. So Bonnie Logan continues to pin well.
And this one could come down to the very last frame.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good finish, I want to tell you. The way things are going right now. Here's 2 big pins falling there because it sets up the 10 also with the wood coming back. Well, another piece of wood comes over and kind of spoils the shot. You still get in there. This piece of wood right here is not frozen against this pin. If it was, she could be on here, drive it over. Because she couldn't get the good angle on the wood to get the 10. So just to put another inch would have made all the difference in the world on that shot. Meanwhile, that piece of wood, there is a piece of wood at least, in front of the 10 that's now rolling out of the way. You see it there? And she'll have a clear shot at it. Now Bonnie's been told she can bowl on the rolling wood like that, and she did, and gets her 10. So she's tied now with Barb Canine for top spot. Amazing. Now we're watching Giselle McDonnell. Very explosive bowler. Carries a 112 average, but punches on the right-hand side. Oh, my. Giselle, a very active lady, certainly in the bowling circles, and they tell me her husband, a very patient Peter. Supports his wife's endeavors on the bowling lane. Or, as our producer Jim Hill pointed out, Giselle being the French immersion teacher that she is, we should say a patient Pierre. Giselle on the other side now. Good hit. That's a pretty good second ball there. But tough to get 10 here. And she'll have to settle for the 8. Well, that'll bring up Joan Robinson. Joan now the trailer. And she'd like to really pick things up here. Oh, good hit. Wants that piece of wood to roll back and turn. Don't think it's going to turn all that much. Well, this could be okay. She gets down here, place the ball rather, off that pin. This could go.
And almost.
You saw everything jumping across the plate to the left, unfortunately for Joan. Piece of dead wood there jumped across in front of the 7, but that was a real nice effort. And she gets her 10.
In any event, it is $25 for Barb Kineen.
Barbara's making some money. She's making some noise also on the scoreboard, tied now for first place. 10 to beat here. Bonnie Logan's 10 in the 6th.
For another $25 frame.
Ooh. Well, she turned away from that shot knowing she had missed the front end.
She might want to take a look at it
Yeah,
carefully.
she didn't do all that bad as it turns out. A couple of pieces of wood in behind. Good hit here, and this could all go in a hurry. Well, most of them went in a hurry. Gets her 10 here, she'll go to 148. And will be 9 pins out of first place. She's got 10. Well, there are 4 frames per bowler to come, and we have got a real good battle shaping up. We've got the carryover there. This frame is worth $50. This lady, Barb Kineen, in first place, tied with Bonnie Logan at 147. And just 9 pins back, Joan Robinson. And then 1 pin behind her, or at least 2 pins behind her, 11 pins out of first place, is Giselle McDonnell. And this shot, she has to be letter perfect on. She has to come off the end of the wood and get the 9, but it's makeable. All of a sudden, the action's certainly picked up. Ooh, missed a single pin. A very supportive crowd, Paul, for all 4 bowlers. There's a good hit by Barb, but again, we've got a tough lead. Wait a minute now. Let's see what this wood's going to do for her.
Just wraps around. She'll have to be awfully fine on that.
Yeah, she has a double wood, so she probably won't get anything over and back. That's the problem. Had the right idea, but it was hard to get any velocity to bring that wood back over. Has to bear down and try for her 10 here off the wood. Wood on the pin. The Barb Kineen goes to 176, and that'll bring up Bonnie Logan. Tough one here for Bonnie. And what an effort. That was a great effort. Gave both the 10 and the 7 a chance. Let's try and make sure a 1. Gave them both a try. So she comes up with a 9, and she keeps pace with Barb Kineen, a 10 here. And Bonnie Logan and Barb Kineen will continue to be tied for top spot. Giselle McDonnell and Joan Robinson waiting in the wings. We are really shaping up for a bang-up finish. It's been close all the way through, and it just hasn't changed. Ten, of course, the one she has the most difficulty getting there. What a great effort by Bonnie Logan. Now, she had a single pin there. Remain tied for top spot. A piece of wood out in front. Not has to be perfect. Oh, she got by it. From our angle, didn't think she could. So, Barb Kineen and Bonnie Logan tied for first. Put up identical scores of 9s and 10s in frames 7 and 8. So, of course, they remain tied.
And here's the lady who was our leader at the halfway mark, who's got to get it going now.
She's in last place right now, but she's only 10 pins behind the leaders.
Good looking ball there.
And she's going to have a chance to spare, no question about that. And it's a good chance. Wood now moving slowly back out of the way. She'll have a clear shot at the 1 and the 3. Of course, she has to get on the 1 first. There it is.
She's got him for a mark.
Ooh. Could have a 4-way tie for first place before this is finished. So she's 10 pins behind Bonnie Logan and Barb Canine for top spot. Less, of course, what she gets here. Hits a strike. We'll have a 3-way tie for first.
Right into the 1-3 pocket.
Picks up 6. She's now 4 pins behind the leaders. And she has a chance to spare here. It's the 2, 4, 5, and the 7. Right or left of the 2. And now she has to just forget about that one and come back because she has 4 very big pins down there.
To keep within 4.
Yeah.
And this time she's there. Now just 5 pins behind the leaders. And sitting pretty for $50 in the 7th frame. As Joan Robinson gets to bowl in the 7th now. Spare to beat. Spare to carry over, I should say. Strike to beat.
Well, Joan is 8 pins behind our leaders. Well, 8 pins off the lead. A mark with 8 on it, of course, would put her in a tie. This is very, very close.
The Sparky Slum White. Friends fanning off Barb Canine.
Great to have friends like that, isn't it? That's a good effort by Jones.
Oh, Wood coming back.
I don't think so. They had to hit it right in the middle of the rolling wood at the red band. She would have got that pin.
So that's $50 for Giselle McDonnell.
Good chance for 10, though. Ooh.
No, it's
Hard to
be a
believe.
9.
She could take the wood out there and not get the pin.
So 10 is the best we have on the board for this $25 8th frame.
Joan Robinson slips 9 pins off the pace. Rudy would like a mark here. Would that ever set up Joan Robinson coming home? This is an excellent 4-way battle. Good hit. She's going to get a break. Ooh, that's rough. That's really tough. Piece of wood rolling and rolling. It may roll enough so she can play this on the outside, and it does, I believe. She has to try and toss the pin over. She got it! What a great shot! Wow! Boy, give her credit.
$25 frame for Joan Robinson. She'll be open when we come back with the
Back just 5 pins is Giselle McDonnell, and back 9 pins, but open on a spare when she gets up, is Joan Robinson.
Wow.
Definitely first could be last, and last could be first here. And this is a tough box here for Barb Canine, a 6 box. Now she puts herself in a position where really she has to think mark. Lays it down. Off to the side. Will she get that 7? No. A shaky 7 she really wanted to have. The only good thing is she does have nice coverage. You see it right here. Well, not there exactly, but... Oh! Well, that piece of wood just missed the 6 pin. And that was just by an inch or two, and that inch or two might cost Barb Canine a trip to the semifinals. In fact, though, pins well and gets her 10 to finish with a 192, but a 6 box and a 9th could spell real trouble for Barb Canine. Only time is going to tell. Bonnie Logan up now. Let's see what Bonnie can do. Oh, just off to the right-hand side.
Chops a little bit. Does take the 7.
All of a sudden, the money looks good, but all eyes are on the scoreboard. Barb Canine is already in at 192. If we have a tie for first place, of course, no problem. Both will move on. However, a tie for second will force a 1-ball roll-off. That's a 1-ball roll-off, not a frame or box. Oh, there's a 7 box for Bonnie Logan.
Well,
All of a sudden, off the front, it gets a little dicey.
Barb had a 6 in the ninth. Bonnie with a 7 in the ninth.
So a 9 box here by Bonnie Logan will tie her for first place with Barb Canine, but open the door wide open for Giselle McDonnell and Joan Robinson. And Bonnie wants to think, wow, they have really turned against them. So the two leaders struggling with McDonnell and Robinson poised and waiting.
This is incredible.
Yeah. Now, 2 big pins down there. She'd like to get 2 of them because if she does, that'll put McDonnell in a position where she'll have to mark. If she doesn't, 2 10s could get McDonnell a tie, and she gets an 8.
So now she trails Canine by 1.
20.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. It's Barb Canine is in first place, Bonnie Logan in second, but Giselle McDonnell is trailing Bonnie Logan by 20 pins with 2 frames to come, so 2 10s would give her a tie for second. That's the point I was trying to make, where if Bonnie had got 2 of those pins, McDonnell wouldn't have to get a mark. Now she doesn't. 2 10s will do it. Well, she wants to think more than 10s. And she has 3 pins, a lot of distance in between, but look at the great wood she has. Although this piece of wood here, if she hits this flush, will go straight back, and so will the ball. So she has to get some kind of an angle. Well, I think she probably played around on this side.
She does it. Got the mark. Oh, my.
Big mark there for Giselle McDonnell, and that might be her ticket to the semifinal. So all of a sudden, 11 pins out of first place with a frame to come, and she's open. And Joan Robinson is poised and waiting. Never seen such a battle with all 4 bowlers.
Oh,
hit, and the
strike
strike
for
on
Giselle
the
McDonnell.
spare. Boy, I tell you, the Giselle McDonnell fans are dancing in the aisles right now. And they're real happy up in Fredericton, New Brunswick. In particular, in the Chateau Heights area, she has finished big. And now Barb Canine biting her nails. Bonnie Logan, a champion in years gone by, not going to make it.
Oh, my goodness. Giselle McDonnell taking a page right out of the notebook of Jeannie Wood.
Jeannie Wood. She got the double strike in the 10th. Caused all kinds of excitement. Wow. Doesn't get any better than this.
Wow.
Isn't that a great finish by
10 on the strike.
Giselle McDonnell? Just an excellent finish.
Well, now, Joan Robinson has quite an act to follow.
Well, she wants to chase down Barb Canine at 192. That's the only thing she's concerned about right now, is getting to 192 or better, because that'll be good enough to put her into the final. Excellent 114 after a late start. 211 total. Off the side, she gets 6. So she needs a couple of 10s, and that'll do it. By 1 pin over Barb Canine. If she gets the 2 10s, now
Give
she's put herself
$25 to Giselle McDonnell.
But Joan Robinson has put herself in the jam. She must get all 3 pins here, and then a 10. If she doesn't get all 3 here, she's going to have to mark to beat Barb Canine. And she gets, wait a minute, almost. Well, a 10 here puts her in a tie. So if she wants to go to the semifinal without a roll-off, she has to mark here. But a 10 would be good enough to tie her with Barb Canine. And this is the final frame, of course, barring the tie. If there is a tie, Barb Canine will bowl 1 ball, and so will Joan Robinson, to determine who moves on. But before that's going to happen, Joan must get her 10. This has really been something, hasn't it? Must get at least 10 here. Spare would be great. Uh-oh. Well, it's come down to this, folks. You see, or we'll see in a moment, 3 pins down there, the 1, the 4, and the 7. Joan Robinson has 1 ball left, and she must knock them all down with this ball to force a tie and a roll-off. Here it comes. Look out. Oh, my. She bounced the 7 around the 4, but it was just not to be. She'll miss by 1 pin. What a
incredible
tremendous finish.
Giselle McDonnell and Barb Kineen move on to the semifinals. We'll be back in a moment. Saturday afternoon of Bowling on ATV. Well, this is it, the final episode of round 1.
Well, it's been exciting through 7 episodes so far, but you're right. Week number 8 and round number 1 after this, it's into the skins portion, but we do have 2 more bowlers to put into the next round. 14 are now waiting in the wings to compete in that section, and 2 more will make it today.
Before we meet our bowlers, we want to remind you of a wonderful opportunity to take some time off from the harsh maritime winters. Can you imagine a week in Club Med? That's what we're offering at the conclusion of our 92-93 season. We will draw for a trip for 2 to Club Med anywhere in North America, and that includes Mexico and the Caribbean. Simply see your local retailer, drop by your local bowling center for details on how you can enter this contest. Could you imagine a week? Sure can.
I have dreams, yes. So do some bowlers that are competing today, and so do some other bowlers, Paul.
That's right. We have some celebrity bowlers who are competing for charity, and they're standing by with Nancy Reagan right now. Nance?
Okay, this is where the competition gets really fierce. We're into the second round of competition in the Celebrity Challenge. Karen Stemmel against Heather Smith, and it's shaping up to be quite a battle, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I met Heather twice last year, and she beat me both times. A little nervous, but...
So are you up for revenge?
I think so, yes, that's it. Revenge.
Karen's competing for the Canadian Council for the Blind. Heather, you're competing for the Atlantic Alliance of Food Banks. And how do you feel about this revengeful person over here?
I'm a little scared. I think she's out for blood today, so hopefully that this morning wasn't just beginner's luck. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm getting nervous just between you two. I think we'll have to let you get to it, and we'll see how you do a little later in the show.
All right, thank you, Nancy. And now that we've taken care of all that business, we can get down to the serious business at hand, and that is the final match in round number 1. Our leadoff bowler today is Jeanette LeBlanc. Jeanette comes to us from St. Joseph, New Brunswick, bowls at the Valley Bowling Center with a 107 average, her high triple 392, and Jeanette's high single 160. Our second bowler today is Gail Sweeney. She comes to us from New Minas, Nova Scotia, bowls at the Fairlanes in New Minas with a very solid 114 average. Her high triple 413. Yes, she is a member of the 400 Club, and the high single 171. Lucy Ontario, no stranger to our show, from Beresford, New Brunswick, bowls at the Bathurst Bowlerama with a 109 average. Another 400 Club member, 434 the high triple, and Lucienne's high single 161. And finally today, Donna McCaskill from Englishtown, Nova Scotia. What a beautiful spot. Bowls at the National Lanes in North Sydney, 103 average, high triple 355, the high single 140. And we are ready to bowl.
Well, it was just in our last episode that Ivy Allen and Karina Cunningham moved on to the second portion of our Belvedere SuperPins series, and either 2 of these bowlers, Gail LeBlanc, at least Jeanette LeBlanc, Gail Sweeney, Lucy Ontario, and Donna McCaskill are going to join Ivy Allen, Karina Cunningham, 12 other bowlers. Right now, as we watch Jeanette LeBlanc pick up the 9. Jeanette, a rookie in our series, making her first appearance. Doing pretty good with the 9 box to open. And a pretty good hit there with her first ball, second frame, leaving the 2, 4, 7 and the 10. Wants to come back and be real full.
Not to be. So a 9 and 8 open for Jeanette LeBlanc, and here is Gail Sweeney.
Well, Gail Sweeney from New Minas in the Valley of Nova Scotia, a real hard-throwing, excellent bowler. 112, 114 is the average for Gail Sweeney, but look at that start. No wood, and the 5, 7, 10. That is a real tough opener for Gail. She has performed on the local show here in Metro and is a past champion. Excellent bowler, Gail Sweeney from New Minas. Bowls for a team called Ode for Fun, and boy, have they done well in tournaments around the Maritimes. And they do have a good time besides.
Oh,
Look
yes.
at that. Didn't take long for Gail Sweeney to get in gear. Second frame in. And she hits this one perfect. bang. 1-3 pocket. 5 pin, the last to go.
Saw Gail roll at least one strike in the warm-up before the show today. She perhaps brought her strike ball with her to the program.
You're looking at Lucy Ontario, and she's been here before from Beresford, New Brunswick. Pulls a Jack DeHate's Bathurst Bowl-O-Rama up there. Beauty. 434. Triple. Bit of a tough leave here with the 4 and 5, 2 and 5 beside each other. Carries the 109 average. She's a member of the Bathurst Go-Getters.
She went and got those 2 pins to open with a 9. All 3 bowlers today have opened with a 9 box in this final match in round 1. Top 2 bowlers today go on to round 2, where every frame is worth $25.
Getting tribute
Nice
to just how good a
1-3
bowler.
hit.
Just how good a bowler, Paul, that Lucy Ontario is. Last year, bowling in the ladies' provincials in New Brunswick, she broke the triple record, bowling a 422, a 140, 161, and a 121. And she gets her spare there. So Lucy Ontario picks up the mark and gives way now to our 4th and final bowler. Again, another rookie, Donna McCaskill from Englishtown.
Wonder if she's any relation to the McCaskill Giant.
She'd like to be a giant killer right now, today, and knock off a couple of these other bowlers. Works at the Telegraph House in Bedeck, Nova Scotia. Been there before, and it's a real nice spot.
That whole area is so lovely.
Isn't it great? We had a young lady on here a few weeks ago from Margaree Valley of Cape Breton. And now, not that far down the road, Englishtown.
The famous ferry. Englishtown Ferry. Yeah.
You ever see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Been on it.
Have you?
Oh, yes. In the winter, no less.
Yeah, it's not a long trip, but if you have to drive, it's a long trip around. Nice little spot. Nice 10 there for Donna. She cleans the plate. We go back to the top of the order, and Jeanette LeBlanc. Maybe next season we should add a travel log to our show. So highlight all the communities and cities and towns our bowlers come from. What do you think?
I think it's a lovely idea.
You and I will spend the summer touring around with the film crew.
I think it's a fantastic idea, Bruce. To be followed the next season, perhaps, by bowling around the world.
Even better. We'll do our own Maritimes first. And maybe we'll start at it. The birthplace of bowling. Miami Beach, wasn't it?
For the purposes of this program, it will be. Finds the 3 just off the front pin. Leaves the 4 horsemen and the 10 in the corner.
Jeanette likes to read a little bit. And block. Ooh, nice effort there. And likes family get-togethers. That's nice. Real nice lady, Jeanette LeBlanc. Sits down. Goes to 36 after 4. Gail Sweeney up now. Gail opened with a 9, then picked up the strike, and of course, pay $1,000 for a triple strike. Oh, she had the right idea.
Spread eagle minus a 7 there.
Remember a while back, Jeannie McDowell had a run at the triple strike. She had 2 strikes and then got an 8-pin break, spared it up. And Judy Brown also had a run at the triple strike.
Cool $1,000 for anybody who can bowl 3 strikes in a row here.
Bottom line with that is you don't have to share it with anybody. You get a triple strike and the gal next to you gets one next time around. Doesn't matter. You each get $1,000.
And Bruce eats macaroni and cheese for a week.
A week. 1-3-6, of course, 7 on the left-hand side. Good looking shot. That was a nice effort. She got the one over just by the 7th. And that's the 10 for Gail Sweeney, so she will sit down. We take a look once again at Lucianne Theriault. Lucianne, a 9 to open, then the spare. And she will bowl in that spare right now. Ooh. Oh! That pin looked like it might fall into the 7. And weaved back and went the other way. Still a nice count of 9 on the spare. A chance to do it again. Oh, that's a nice shot. Piece of wood in the channel there can be a little distracting on a shot like that, but she got it down beside the wood and right on the pin. Back-to-back spares for Lucianne Theriault.
Once again, that 1-3 pocket, a little action on the left-hand side. The 2, 5, and 7 standing with wood that's kind of, no, thought it was going to freeze on that 2 there. There it is.
Boy. Lucianne
up the
Theriault on a tear. A 9 and then 3 spares. Donna McCaskill up now. National Lanes in North Sydney. Say hello to Wayne Fudge and all the crowd down there. Oh, punch right through. Chance, too, to say hello to Gordy Purchase in Sydney Mines. There's a nice little 8-lane operation there. And it'll be a 7 for Donna McCaskill. I'm not sure if husband Bill is in the crowd today. Watching Donna. Regardless, we say hello to Bill. We know he's very proud of Donna. Tough, real tough to get into this series. In particular this time, Paul. More qualifiers than ever before trying to get into our SuperPin series. Over 1,000, in fact. Trying to find a spot.
Only 32 make it to each series.
That's right. So a lot of interest out there, and we appreciate that. A lot of the real good bowlers that you've seen here before, week after week, just did not make it. I'm not going to mention any names right now, Paul, but I know that you gave it your best shot. But a lot of the good bowlers that you have seen here before just didn't make it in. But these 4 did. You're looking at the numbers that they have put up on the board right now. Lucianne Theriault, got to be impressed with her, Paul. The 9 and then the 3 spares. She, of course, is our leader right now.
Certainly on a roll there. You see it 55 and open 44 for her first mark of the day. Open with 9, 8, 10, 9. And there's a pretty good 6-pin drop.
Well, the going is only early, but right now Jeanette sitting in 3rd place. Sitting in first, of course, is Lucianne Theriault at 55 and open. Gail Sweeney's at 44, 4 over. And then this lady, Jeanette LeBlanc, at 36, and Donna McCaskill at 31. 4 frames in, 16 more to come. Chuck up 8 for Jeanette LeBlanc.
Finds the front pin there, and look, another difficult lead for her, although she does have a piece of wood there on the 6th, Bruce, that now is rolling to the top of the plate.
Yeah, she'll want to put that wood in play up. Boy, she's bowling quickly. Oh, maybe a little too quickly. She has to get over around the end. Try to get the ball off the end of the wood and onto the 4. Let the wood take a 6. Good idea that time. But it'll be a 9 for Jeanette LeBlanc, and that'll bring up Gail Sweeney. See Gail Sweeney's numbers there. She had a beauty at being the strike in the 2nd, but she picked up 7 pins. Another good hit. 8-pin drop, 2-4 for Gail Sweeney.
She's got the body English and follow through.
She has just an absolutely beautiful bowling style. Oh, just a little thin. Watch the way her arm will come up on the follow through. It's really how it's meant to be done. And she gets her 10.
So Gail Sweeney in the left-hand approach to bowl the 6th frame. 4 to come after this before the halfway mark. And another installment of celebrity bowling. Good hit there front end goes out in a hurry, but look at that. 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. And again, a piece of wood in much the same place.
Yeah, again, we're looking at the side of the wood, the end of the wood that has to be played. Oh. Go back now on the other side. That was tough. Flat piece of wood. And she gets her 10. So Gail Sweeney continues to be solid. 3 10s the last 3 frames. Goes to 64, 4 over, and gives away now to our leader. And you see them in frames 2, 3, and 4, all spares. And she's bowling on that third one right now.
Right into that 1-2 pocket. Wood coming back.
Boy, that's a big count of 9. Now she has some crucial wood down there. It's moving around. The piece on the right-hand side was on the move. You see it moving slowly there, but now it won't be a factor. She wants to stay away from the nose of the wood. Ooh, and I think that might have been the problem. She's a little afraid of the nose of that wood. He cleans the plate and gets the 10. $74 now, 24 pins over par. Well, she bowls for the go-getters, and that's exactly what she's doing here.
Good hit
She's really
there.
going out and getting them. And she has to be a little careful with this shot, Paul. She has a piece of wood out in front. She's dealing with the 3 and the 10. But she can't be too far to the right of that wood, or she'll miss the 10. Unless she can get the ball back.
Oh, what a great hit.
Another mark for Lucienne Theriault. And she has 4 marks in the last 5 frames, and really could have been 5 in a row, because remember she had that 9-pin break she missed in the 5th. Bowling very, very well. Donna McCaskill, battle may be on already for second place. No. Although we're still in the first string, but Donna is, or at least Lucienne, really on a tear. Donna McCaskill here has left the 2-4, but she has also the 6 on the right-hand side. And it'll be an 8 for Donna McCaskill.
So far, 6 New Brunswickers have qualified for round 2, 8 Nova Scotians.
Yep, good point. I will tell you the way the draw is done for round number 1. 16 bowlers from New Brunswick are put in one hat. 16 bowlers from Nova Scotia are put in another. And then 2 are drawn out from one hat, 2 from the other. So through the first round, where we'll have always 2 Nova Scotians and 2 New Brunswick bowlers. After that, we put all the names that are left in one hat. Paul, you take the other hat west, and that's basically how the whole thing works. But always in round number 1, we will have 2 Nova Scotian bowlers and 2 bowlers from New Brunswick. After let the chips fall where they may, and they usually do.
Yeah, sure they do. And if we want parity throughout the rest of this tournament, then we're going to have 2 New Brunswickers qualify today.
I'm not sure if parity qualified this time. Anyway, we should clear up too, Paul. We had talked about the money as we continue here, and we'll give you the official on that. You might want to write this down. Of course, we're in the last week of round number 1. $100 to the winner, $50 for second place. But after this, we go to the skins portion, where it is $25. That's $25 a frame following today's match as we move into the second section. After that, the 2 top bowlers, of course, move into the next round, and that's $50 a frame. So $50 a frame in round number 3. And from round number 3, only 4 bowlers are going to advance to the final round.
Now, this is where we got bogged down before.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
Now, can you clarify?
Yes, I can, because I now have it written in front of me. Anyway, it is in the final matchup, the 4 top bowlers, $100 a frame in the first string. That's $100, and of course there are carryovers. If 2 bowlers should tie, that means they all tie, and then the carryover begins. Now in the second string, it gets much more interesting. $200 per frame for frames 1 and 2, $300 for the next 2, $400 for the next 2. Are you saying goodbye? Or $500 for frames 7 and 8. That brings us to frame number 9, the big frame in question. Well, now we have the answer. $700 is the amount that that frame will carry, and then the final frame of $1,400. $1,000, and that will be the championship match. But hey,
And what's the total?
the total? Well, if we take all our bowling and our super pins, you tally it up, you're going to come around $25,000 to be given away. And plus, there's bonus money, $1,000.
Two-string affair today. Two bowlers move on to the second round. Jeanette LeBlanc, looking for her first mark of the day, has struggled, dropped 7 pins through 6.
She has the 4 horsemen, but she does have a piece of wood in behind that certainly could be a factor here in trying to get the 9, which is going to be the tough one. Oh, didn't touch that wood at all. It didn't move a bit. And that was a nice shot. Jeanette LeBlanc gets her 10.
That's just her second 10 box today.
We're only in the 7th frame of the first string, but certainly Jeanette LeBlanc, Gail Sweeney, and Donna McCaskill have to be a little bit concerned about Lucy Ontario, the fact that she is really on a tear. Right now, 24 pins over par and open. So while it may be a little premature to say this, the battle could be on for second place already. Oh, there's a real nice cleanup for Jeanette LeBlanc. St. Joseph, New Brunswick. Now, Gail Sweeney. Opened with a 9, had a strike, 8, and then 3 10s.
So that 1-2, late action, takes the 7 and the 6.
Just a little thin. But she has nice coverage on the 6 and the 10. Place the ball right in on this pin here. Go to the right or left. Oh, had to be in the front pin. Oh, nice shot for Gail Sweeney. And she gets her 10. That's 4 in a row for Gail. Pinning very, very well. Pretty good effort there, too, for Gail. And
Just missed
finally,
that.
yeah, the streak of 10s is broken, and she has to settle for a 9. Here's our leader, Lucy Ontario. 9, spare, 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 10, and then the second spare. You see it there. See what'll happen this time. Off to the right-hand side. Off the side, punch through.
Only will take
Only
2 on that.
Yeah. See if she can come back and sink this in the 1-2 pocket. She got on the front end. Look out.
Good try.
Yeah. Lucianne appears to be real loose up there, too, getting good stuff on the ball. Lays this one down and gets her 10.
And she'll go to the left-hand approach to roll number 8 in this first string. Well, so far, these are the bowlers who've qualified for round 2. Lynn Critchlow, defending champ Chris Archibald, Louise Mullen, Diane Guerin, Giselle McDonnell, Annette Tanner, Shirley Butler, Rose Orson, Grace Hatt, Phyllis Hartford, Judy Brown, who holds the high single and the high double in this tournament, 141 and 248 respectively, Tammy Potty, Ivy Allen, Karina Cunningham. 2 more to go today.
Well, interesting shot here. Now, Lucianne really wants to come down and lay the ball in here. Just use that as a bit of a guide here. Now, she got on the nose of the wood. It was still good. That's another mark for Lucianne Ontario. Boy, is she bowling well. 106 after 8 and open. 26 pins over par. Donna McCaskill. And in case you're wondering, our high single to date, held by Judy Brown at 141. That's certainly to be challenged by Lucy Ontario right now. Count 8 there for Donna McCaskill. Goes to the other side. nice looking ball there. Oh, yes, she got it. Got them all. Donna McCaskill picks up her first mark. It comes in the second frame of the first string. And Donna hits this one real good. Real nice follow through and bang.
Flush on the front pin, and of course that 4-pin was the last to go. Wow, that was quite a performance by Donna McCaskill. She had to get something going on that box.
Absolutely.
Because until then she had dropped, 14 pins.
Yep,
That's
absolutely right.
A lot of ground to cover, and Bruce, you mentioned the high single of 141 that belongs to Judy Brown, the second best single to date, Ivy Allen, in our last episode, 129. Yep. And as you say, Lucy Ontario gunning certainly at the mark set by Ivy Allen, perhaps even the 141 set by Judy Brown. Here are the scores as we head to the halfway mark. Jeanette LeBlanc at 73, Gail Sweeney with the 83, 10 pins up. Look at Lucy Ontario, 106 and open.
Interesting turn of events, rather, right at the end of that last segment, with Donna McCaskill picking up the strike, puts her back in contention. She tries to chase down first this lady, Jeanette LeBlanc. There's a chance here to do something, but
just missed on her first mark of the day. Still looking for it. She settles for another 9, her fourth.
So with that 9, Jeanette LeBlanc moved to 82 with a frame to go.
Right into that 1-3. Gonna get some late action here. 4, yes, it topples and takes the 8.
Well, it makes this shot really a lot easier because she had the diamond plus the 7. She wants to lay the ball just to the right. Good effort, but the best she can hope for here is a 10.
And she's well to the left of the kingpin and takes yet another 9 to close with a 91.
So 91 for Jeanette LeBlanc, and that'll bring up Gail Sweeney. She's sitting right now at 83. One mark, that in the second. It was a strike.
Front pin hit there for Gail, who threw the strike back in the second box.
You take a look at this one. There's a piece of wood on the right-hand side, sort of half in the channel. You may want to get over around the nose of that wood, try to put it in play.
That was the attempt, I think.
Yep.
Just missed.
It's just so difficult the other way. Even again, she might want to come in there and come off that now on the 6 and 10.
Well, instead catches the channel, and it'll be a 6 box for Gail Sweeney.
Well, leaves the door open a little bit for McCaskill and LeBlanc right now. Tell with the look on her face that Gail's not real pleased about that one.
Into the 1-3 and leaves the 4, 7, and 8. With Wood coming back to the top of the plate, Bruce.
Well, from our angle, it looks like she can't get through to this pin, but we're not at the best of angles. She may be able to get that ball by. And that's where she would want to be. If not, she'll have to play the end of the wood. Had to play the wood.
So a little frustration to end the first string for Gail Sweeney. A 10 box.
Yeah, she gets both of those, and she'll finish the first string at 99. 8 pins up on Jeanette LeBlanc. Let's go to our leader, Lucy Ontario. She's already at 106 and open with a couple of frames to come. Off to the right-hand side, but she's still going to count 5 on the mark. There's a piece of wood in behind the 1 and 2. She'd like to stick around, and is going to.
Oh, backing there, and look, just came close to getting that 7 with a piece of wood.
That was a good piece of wood. It helped her out. The 9, but not the 7. There's the 7. Lucy Ontario opened with a 9 in the first frame. Has not dropped a pin since then. 121.
Move into second place in the high single category of this tournament.
Strike with a spare on it, or a spare. Look out! Look out!
Oh! Talk about backdoor action on that one. The whole right side.
She gets the spare here and then strikes out, and she'll tie Judy Brown's 141 for the high single. Just had to believe that wasn't going to be a problem for Lucy Ontario. The way she's been bowling. Let's see if she can get the strike on it, Paul, and tie that high single. speaking of strikes, up next, Donna McCaskill, and she's on one. That's a good-looking ball. Oh, what a great effort. Excellent opening round for Lucy Ontario. She gets a big round of applause. Rightfully so. 139. Now, Donna McCaskill is on a strike. Can she double?
The front pin.
Yes, sir.
3, 4, 6 is the split.
7 on the
Donna,
sofa.
and no wood to work with.
Oh, that was a real good effort. She had to be in on the side of the 3, and she really did just miss it. Well, that's an 8 for Donna McCaskill. A mark with 7 on it. Right here would tie her for second at the halfway point. She's going to have a shot at it. The 1-3-6. Second place is good enough. Good looking ball. Oh, can't believe it.
So close. And now she's watching a piece of wood roll back to the top of the plate. For the 10.
Well, with that pin, albeit just 1 pin, it does move her into third place, 1 pin ahead of Jeanette LeBlanc, and only 7 pins behind Gail Sweeney for that all-important second placing. Pretty good battle right now for the second spot at the halfway mark.
Exactly. Well, you'd have to say that Lucy Ontario has a great shot at advancing to the second round with that 139, just 2 pins shy of Judy Brown's high single of 141. The other scores, 99 for Gail Sweeney, Donna McCaskill in at 92, and a pin behind her is Jeanette LeBlanc. But we've got a whole string to come. A lot could happen, and I wouldn't be surprised to see either Jeanette LeBlanc or Donna McCaskill really come on strong. And Gail Sweeney, of course, who threw the strike in the second box. And that was something going here. In fact, she has to, although the battle for second place is close, only 8 pins in the difference.
Yeah, she has a good setup here, too, if she can get on the front end, but she had to be on that front pin. I'll mark these scores down. We'll give them to him if you missed them at the half. Our leader is Lucy Ontario, 139, just 2 pins shy of the high single for the tournament so far. 139 for Lucy Ontario. Sitting in second place is Gail Sweeney at 99, Donna McCaskill at 92, and this lady at 91. That's at the halfway mark. Tough one there for Jeanette LeBlanc. She got on the front end but punched through. She has some wood on the move there that'll make this interesting, though. Well, doesn't have it anymore. Tough to believe she could take that wood out without getting something. That'll be a 7 for Jeanette LeBlanc. So a couple of 7s. A little tough for Jeanette to start. That'll bring up Gail Sweeney. Gail, 1 mark so far, a strike in the second frame. No wood to work with. She's left the 4 horsemen, 1, 2, 4, and 7. And of course, the 9 right here. Good chance to get 2 here, but those weren't the 2 I was thinking of.
No, sir.
Gail will take those and go to the other side.
There's a good-looking ball. Leaves just the 5.
Yep. Pretty solid 5-pin. Wood not a factor. She'll have the clear run at it.
This is where you want to bear down. And pin. That's what she does for the mark.
That's a big mark for Gail Sweeney. Takes some of the pressure off. She'll give way to Lucy Ontario. Lucy cruising along very nicely. 5 spares in the opening string. See if she can continue.
Oh, what a hit there. Look at this. Nearly toppled that falling 2 onto the 7.
She has a piece of wood on the right-hand side she'll want to ignore completely. She has a clean shot at the 7.
And she's got it.
Absolutely. Boy, this lady has really been letter perfect. 7 marks in the opening 11 frames for Lucy Ontario. She opened with a 9 and has not dropped the pin since. Didn't really load this one up. So, she's a horseman. And she's going to have a tough time here, keeping that excellent string alive and not dropping a pin. It's going to be tough to get them all. Ooh, has to settle for a 7. Donna McCaskill's up now. Donna had a strike in the 8th, finished with a 92. He's trying to chase down Gail Sweeney, and Gail picked up a spare a moment ago. So Donna would like to get a mark herself here. 1, 3, 6, and 10 on the right-hand side, plus the 8. Anything but the 1 out front.
Donna McCaskill with just 1 mark in the game. Came in the 8th frame, got a strike and 8 on it. And here she starts with a 10 box.
Nice confidence builder there for Donna, picking up the single pin. Nice hit, but hey, she's going to get some help.
No, it's not going to be the diamond after all. And she's got some good coverage lying on the 2.
She has to get real full on here and try to get the ball back and get it on the 8, because this is going to turn the wood in that
4
way.
should
It might
go there
turn the
for
ball away. Let's see what happens. No, the ball did follow through. That's a great shot for Donna McCaskill. Watch the ball. The wood will take the pin on the left-hand side, but the ball will follow through and take the 8. That's just what you needed.
And now Jeanette LeBlanc, who must catch fire here.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is a little bit, 1, 3, 6, but she has the 9 in behind. A bit different than the 1, 3, 6, 10. Ooh, that's a little tough for Jeanette LeBlanc. Gets on the 3, back to the 9, and we'll count 8. In case you're wondering about Sweeney and McCaskill, the difference is 6 pins right now. McCaskill trailing, but they're both open on marks. So Donna McCaskill certainly answered the call of Gail Sweeney. Wood all over the place here. Once you get the ball in there and try to split this wood a little bit. Oh yeah! She's got it. Jeanette LeBlanc picks up her first mark. She had to try and get this wood going in 2 different directions, and she did just that.
Saw the flight of that ball. It almost took the pin and back. Fortunately, she got some wood off the kickback to do the job for her. Front pin hit.
Boy, that's a 6th count on the mark, but wow. The 5, 6, 7, and 10. Piece of wood on the right-hand side. You see it way over here. She may bring that into play. Oh, she may try to bring this one off the kickback and bring it back. Let's see which way she goes. She's going that way. Oh. She certainly had the right idea, because she just had to get a piece of that wood. Now she'll go back, of course, and play the wood on the right-hand side. Try to corner this with a 9. She does. Good hit there. Big 9-pin break piece of wood turning for her, and I think the roll back out of the way enough so she will have a clear shot at the single pin, that being the 6. And there you see it.
She does. And she got that 6-pin square on for another mark.
Gail Sweeney continues to put pressure on Donna McCaskill as McCaskill tries to chase her down for that all-important second placing. In the meantime, this lady, Lucy Ontario, rolling along quite nicely on top. 21 after 2. And 139 opening string.
7 took the 8 there. It's the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Wants to be in the 1, 2 pocket. Heavy on the 1 to throw it over onto the 4 and 7 was not to be. 6, 10, I should say.
So get over to the left-hand side now. Try to split those two. Oh, that's a nice effort. Almost got them all. Lucy Ontario. Albeit only a 9 there. A pretty good-looking 9.
Diamond shot.
I haven't seen this one clean like this for a while, Paul. Just to the left or the right of that one in the middle. Kept it pretty full on it.
Gave that a great drive.
Yeah. She is bowling well. Even when she misses like that, she came within an eyelash.
She's got a piece of wood that's just turned on the plate.
Has to be a little bit careful of that wood. You can't see the pins. She has to play the wood around the red band. Well, she went high. My mistake on that one.
Let the ball carry through. That's what she did for another $10. Lucy Ontario continues to move along quite nicely, dropping just 4 pins in frames 2 and 3, the first time in this match that she has dropped pins.
Big frame here for Donna McCaskill on the mark. Only going to get 4. She really wanted to load that one up. Oh, yes. Donna McCaskill trying to reel in Gail Sweeney. Both had marks in the second. Gail had one in the fourth. Donna responds here with one in the third.
That was the perfect 1-2 pocket.
Yep, that would have been a strike. The other pins had been there. Good hit. Roughly, well, look at that pin lean. It's gone. She gets 2 more.
They're all gone.
Wow, did that ever change things for Donna McCaskill? She counts 9 in the spare, and of course sets up an excellent chance here for another. She got that.
3 in a row for Donna McCaskill. Wow.
And Gail Sweeney might be a little shell-shocked right now because it looked like she was in pretty good shape. They both had spares in the second frame, and these are the 2 bowlers battling for second spot. And but Donna McCaskill came back strong there.
Something to be said for waiting for that wobbly wood to make up its mind. You remember Karina Cunningham, how quickly she rolls. She might have found herself in trouble on that one. We're back in just a moment.
Tefal cares about little details.
And price.
Like the new roasting pans.
Deep grooves and 2 reservoirs.
Cooking with less fat and easy basting.
2 sizes available.
Little details like in the new grill pan.
Deep grooves and elevated center channel fat away.
Healthier cooking with great taste. Little details like in Tefal's new Resist-Out pancake pan.
A more slanted rim.
So spatulas slip in easily.
Pancakes slide out easily.
Tefal, little details.
Make all the difference.
Fabulous.
People are talking about Pontiac Sunbird,
I trust this car.
and they're talking performance.
ABS is a great idea. I'd like to learn more about it.
Anti-lock brakes help you maintain steering control, even under extreme braking conditions.
The stopping on the water is so good. It's so easy. I'm just not afraid of that at all.
Power steering and an available V6 respond to your touch.
It's got room. It's got looks. Driving it really makes a difference.
This is a pizza test from Pizza Hut. Question: which Canadian pan pizza costs more, the medium or the large? Trick question? No, they both cost the same with Pizza Hut's large for medium charge deal. Yes, get a delicious Canadian pan pizza covered in bacon, pepperoni, and fresh mushrooms. Now a super great value because it's large for medium charge. So let's all sing, nothing but Pizza Hut and nothing but.
Ever feel your money slipping through cracks in the wall? Well, it is if your home's not well insulated. Is there ice on your windows and in your attic? Is snow melting away from your roof and basement? Is yours the only home on the block with icicles? It's time to make your house power smart. With insulation, caulking, weather stripping, there are lots of ways that you can save money and energy. Just call Nova Scotia Power to find out how.
Visit Nova Scotia Power at the Ideal Home Show presented by PowerSmart.
Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, your birthday. All days that come only once a year. Now at March 13th of the list of don't miss days. It's Mother Hubbard's Factory Outlet's greatest day ever. This Saturday, one last chance to take advantage of incredible Winter Carnival savings. March 13th has been declared guaranteed lowest price of the year day. Never a better day to buy. Bring in your quotes and get an even better deal. See Saturday's paper for more. And drop by the Home Show booth or visit the showroom, 201 Brownlow Avenue, Burnside. Mother Hubbard's Factory Outlet.
I have to tell you, I feel a little silly here.
Yeah, well, I feel a little silly, too.
Good.
What time is good for you?
7:30?
7:30, perfect.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
How will I know who you are?
Well, actually, I'll be the guy with the Volkswagen.
Oh, great. That makes it easy.
Okay.
Terrific. I'll see you then.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Make no mistake about it. The Passat. It is a Volkswagen.
Just 6 frames to come before this one is over. Jeanette LeBlanc open on a mark.
Well, all bowlers had marks in the 4th frame except Lucy Ontario. It's kind of interesting.
She's got plenty of marks on the board to make up for that, Miss.
Well, in the first string, she was the only one that had a mark in the 4th, so that seems like it's there. On the mark there, Jeanette LeBlanc gets 5, of course. Now we'll go after her 10. A tricky piece of wood out in front, though. That's going to make it real difficult. She's going to watch that one for just a moment. It may... well... It's back. So sure she can get by that or not. It's on the wood.
No.
It has to settle for 9 there. We got a dandy battle for second place right now. Gail Sweeney trailing Donna McCaskill now by 2. And they're both open. Wow. Oh, that's a tough one for Jeanette LeBlanc. She hit that real well. And she's left a tough fair chance.
Should be a factor here.
She got to bring the wood in play. She did. Got everything but the 10. That was a pretty nice effort for Jeanette. Well, Gail Sweeney now finds herself, for the first time in a long time, in 3rd place, but it's only by 2 pins, but she's open on a mark here. She and Donna McCaskill, a real good battle going. Oh, that's rough for Gail Sweeney. Only 3. Good recovery. And there's the 10 for Gail Sweeney. She's hanging real tough. Back to the other side to bowl in frame number 6. Donna McCaskill, meanwhile, waiting in the wings. Good looking ball.
Good looking ball indeed. Leaves the diamond a very shaky 9 in behind there.
Well. Gail Sweeney from New Minas, Nova Scotia. All the bunch rather. That bowl with Gail and our Out for Fun tournament team. Certainly pulling for her. Lucy Ontario up now, our leader.
She's 24 pins off the pace she set back in the first string.
But she's right on even par in the second, 40 for 40. Nothing really for Lucy to be too concerned about right now, although that doesn't help. Just wants to work on the left side, right side, or vice versa. Try to come out of this with about a 9. There's half of them gone.
Yes, she'd have to falter quite badly to make it to our second round.
Well, she has been strong, basically right through the entire match. Gets a 9 here. That's not a bad 9. at that. Boy, she has really got it going today. Lucy Ontario hit this one about as well as you could hit them at any time. Look at this shot. Bang. Nice and full in the front end. Looked like pickup sticks. Now, Donna McCaskill. She leads Gail Sweeney by 2 plus whatever she gets in this opening ball here. Count 5 more. So McCaskill leads Sweeney by 7. A chance to mark here again. All that wood down there. Ooh, off the beat. This is a real good battle for second.
And she'll, thought she might chip that one over.
Lead now is only 6 pins with the 9 for Donna McCaskill. Break off the side, 1-3-6. Another chance to mark for Donna. Oh, boy. That is close. She wants this to maintain her lead.
Pinning is critical for Donna McCaskill now, and she gets it, the 10.
She sure does. That's a big one there for Donna. Every pin. So very important right now.
Back to the top of the order, and Jeanette LeBlanc.
4 frames per bowler to come. Look at that. Good shot for Jeanette LeBlanc. Isn't that great?
Gets the 1-3 pocket here. Pins take care of everything on the left. The ball does its work on the right-hand side. She gets a little late action here to pick up 6.
She is
the
now,
first ball.
Sorry, Paul. Exactly 20 pins behind Donna McCaskill for second place. But the frames are dwindling down to just a few now for Jeanette LeBlanc. In fact, after this, she'll only have 2 left.
7 on the strike and 7 in the box.
So now, it's going to go to Gail Sweeney. Big time pressure for Gail right now. 6 pins behind Donna McCaskill. 4 frames each to come. 4 horsemen. 179 for McCaskill. 163. Wait a minute now. 160. There's a good shot. Just missed. 169 for Donna McCaskill. 163 for Gail Sweeney. And while she does her mark, she cleans the plate. Gail has 3 frames left, and all likelihood will have to pick up a mark somewhere. She hopes to steal second place away from Donna McCaskill. Oh, little fine. Again, the diamond shot, this time the opposite side. On the object pin.
2 flush on that.
Bad news about this shot, or the results of that shot, is the fact it's tough to get both those pins. So she'll probably drop at least 1 here, and now 2. Difference is 9. Situation a little critical now for Gail Sweeney. 2 frames to go. She trails by 9. Lucy Ontario, as we take a little bit of break from the pressure cooker, and watch Lucian, who's rolling along real nice right now, open on the strike. Let's see if she can get the double. Her first strike, the one she just picked up. She has a number up there. Oh, my.
Oh. A ping pin away from the double. Man.
Boy, it's amazing how 9 pins can fall so quickly, and yet the 5 pin wasn't touched by anything. Clear shot at that for a mark, though.
In the eye of the storm.
Exactly. That's where the calm is. Not going to get the spare there, but not the matter. She counts 9 in the strike. She continues to roll along real nice.
And she gets it that time. 9 on the strike, 10 in the box for Lucy Ontario as she goes to roll the 8th frame of the second and final string. She will be going to the second round.
Yeah.
Can hardly wait. That'll
Well, that's
be in our
right.
next episode when we start this portion. You won't want to miss any of those shows.
We're going to back the Brinks truck up to the door here and start giving away a lot of cash. Interesting shot here. Might want to get the ball over around here and bring that wood back in. At the same time, bring the ball in. Little flush at the front end.
Give it a good try. But look at this piece of wood turning around. It's going to go into the channel. This is that. A 9 for Lucy Ontario, and Donna McCaskill will come up. Try to get something going like she had earlier in this string. 3 consecutive marks. And she's dropped a pin since. Picked up a 10 in the 6th. Yeah. And a good head pin hit there. Very fortunate to get the left side to fall. Now it's 3 pins for the spare. The 3, 6, 10.
Used to be a crusher for Gail Sweeney. Of course, a big boost for fans of...
Yes, got it.
Donna McCaskill. And boy, she is really starting to string them out right now. In the second string.
Look at him go.
Oh, good catch.
Yes, he's got the strike.
Strike, and that may have just slammed the door on Gail Sweeney. Donna McCaskill coming up real big when the heat was turned up. She certainly turned it up, and boy, I tell you what, you got to be good under pressure, and Donna McCaskill right now is very good under pressure. She's strung out, 4 spares and 1 strike in this final string, and she has really pulled away now from Gail Sweeney. And that all-important battle for second place is really, as you can see right now, not all that much of a battle.
Yep. 2:26, Lucy Ontario. We're pretty sure she's going on to the second round. 199, Donna McCaskill, and open. Gail Sweeney can still catch up, but she's going to have to really make a move in those final 2. She's in first place. Now, there are 2 battles we're looking at here, a battle for first and a battle for second.
Well, that's right. The real good battle we had for second is not as great as it was because of that spare and then strike by Donna McCaskill. She now leads Gail Sweeney by a total of 18 pins, rather, so it's going to be tough for Gail to make that up. Keep an eye on Donna McCaskill. Her high single ever is 140. She's bowling at a 127 clip right now, plus she's open on the strike, and she may challenge Lucy Ontario. It's going to be very interesting. Let's get to the action, and first take a look at Jeanette LeBlanc. She will be our first bowler of the block to finish off her first string.
First place today worth $100. Second place, $50. Donna McCaskill eyeing maybe $1,000 when she gets up, open on the strike. Would like to add a couple more for that bonus money.
Jeanette LeBlanc is up right now.
Yes.
She'd like to finish off well, and she does. A nice hit there from Jeanette LeBlanc. Let's place the wood. Stop the kick back there, goes to 7, and now there goes to 10. See if she can load it up.
Going to count only 4 on it.
Yeah. A lot of wood down there.
One
scattered
pocket
around here.
Yo,
Boy, what a great try.
Close.
Well, Jeanette LeBlanc will not be coming back in our next round, but hey, she made a lot of friends here. We say hello once again to all the gang at St. Joseph, New Brunswick. St. Joseph, New Brunswick, and at the Valley Bowling Center. Valley Bowling Center, and nice to have Jeanette here with us, and we look forward to seeing her again. Now, a lady with a tough task ahead of her right now. She has to make up 18 pins in the final 2 frames. Plus, the lady she's challenging is open on a strike when she gets up.
Certainly capable, but that is just a rottenly.
Was not a lot of quitting Gail Sweeney, and she was bearing down there, perhaps too much. Got on the object pin, but hit it too flush. Again on the object pin that time. So both times she's hit the pin she's been after. And gets 7 there. The other side now. Final frame for Gail Sweeney. Boy, nice effort.
really got to bear it down. Get that pin. She does
Got
for
it.
the spare.
But for Gail Sweeney, if we get another time. Unless, of course, Donna McCaskill shines up the channel ball. Good round of applause for Gail Sweeney, one of the real nice ladies in the game of candlepin bowling.
A couple of 99s for Gail Sweeney today.
Let's take a look at Lucy Ontario. Look at the number she put up. 139, the opening string, 7 over par in the second at 87 after 8. She's going to bowl her final 2 frames here.
Big 7-pin drop there from Lucy Ontario. 3, 4, and 6. But she can whistle while she works here because it's academic. She's going on.
Golly, I think she is. You're right, not a lot of pressure on Lucy Ontario or Donna McCaskill, both full. This goes to the other side. Question for Donna McCaskill when she gets up. There'll be 2, I guess. Can she catch Lucy Ontario overall? And can she beat her personal high? She'll need a little bit of help to do that, but not a whole lot of marks to do it. We watch Lucy finish off here. She got those 2 pins. Ah, nice round of applause here for Donna McCaskill. She is on the strike. Oh, she needed the 10 pin. She does get 6. She has some coverage on it, so she has a chance to mark here again. Face it down. Oh, that's a nice effort. 9 bonus pins on the strike. Cleans the plate, gets her 10 there. Now to the other side. Good hit the front end.
Lucy Ontario now with the second highest 2-string total in the first round. 244. Judy Brown set the pace with 248. Ivy Allen had a 240. There's a good try there by Donna McCaskill.
Oh, it sure was. Single pin left. She's sitting right now at 135. That's the way it'll be for her. 135 and only 5 pins shy of her personal best ever. What a day it has been for Donna McCaskill. She was in a real battle for Gail Sweeney, almost with from the word go, Paul, in this one. But in the second frame of the second string, she started getting it together. She ran off 3 spares in a row and just continued with that another spare and then the strike that really was the icing on the cake for her. But what a day for Donna McCaskill. Not certainly to overshadow a great performance by Lucy Ontario with the 139 and the 105. Just 2 great performances today.
And so the first round has come to an end. And the real excitement begins with the skins portion. That'll be coming up in our next episode. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up today's show.